Sanchez has a very distinct height advantage, much longer than his opponents. And interesting to note that this is a middleweight match at 185, but they both weighed in right about 180 pounds.
You ready? Fight!
Ready to get things underway. Galvao in the yellow. Sanchez. What color would you call that rash guard, Jay? I'm trying to decide.
I'm going to call it olive.
Olive. Yeah, that's good, yeah. Cocky. Oh, look at that. Using his height to almost try and wrap up a standing guillotine, but Galvao.
Yeah, Mica wasn't having any of that.
No, he used that connection to throw Sanchez down to the mat, and he's into this very solid chest-to-chest position. I'm not at all surprised to see Sanchez using this lockdown position from the half guard. That is classic Ted Planet.
Yeah, now, I mean, the match has just begun seconds ago. They're very dry. This makes it a little bit difficult to slip the position, but Mica absolutely has the technique to get it done. But Sanchez can't be too upset at this point to be in the lockdown. He does have a lot of options from here.
Does, however, you can see there now there's a little bit of space on the lower legs, and Galvao has passed into what kind of looks, if we get a look from the other angle, yes, it is more of a three-quarter mount here.
Yeah, this is not good now. Sanchez is in much more trouble than we saw moments ago. Mica is impeccable technique and that crushing pressure.
Well, look at that underhook. The underhook is key. I was lucky enough to kind of witness Galvao's training session on Friday afternoon here in the practice mats, and his use of the underhook in catching arm locks, triangles from all manner of positions, whether it is top or bottom. He loves getting those arms away from the upper body and then using them to attack, and I feel like we may see him do that, but Sanchez manages to kind of reset things a little bit. Oh, but Galvao, he slides straight into side control. Oh, and immediately passing over into the mount as well. Look at that. There's no space given whatsoever.
Mica's extremely efficient in his movements, you know.
Right knee, get your right
just so technical. I'm seeing a little bit of flashes of what we witnessed in the Jacob Couch match. Going chest to chest, keeping that pressure as he move into mount here, trying to separate the elbows from the hips and sides and chest. Open up that attack and remain in top control here, remain in mount.
We also mentioned as well, you know, this flashes of, I would say flashes of his teammates. Diogo Hayes and Fabricio Andre had very similar passing positions. They really like getting in tight with that chest-to-chest control and then knee sliding, passing into top position from there, and that's exactly what Galvao appears to be doing. No surprise that the three Fight Sports Smilehouse representatives have similar styles. They are daily training partners, and once again, Mica Galvao settles directly down into the mount position, but I would say a much more dangerous mount position now that he's getting high and getting separation of the upper body limbs.
Yeah, nice recovery. Right leg pummels to the inside.
Sanchez very calm here, and one thing, of course, that we have to note about the 10th Planet system is that so many of them train for pure submission-only grappling that I'm not saying that they would elect to go into bad positions, but they don't necessarily have the same urgency in escaping from the bad positions as competitors used to competing under points. They're often more comfortable because they will spend long periods training specifically to escape from those bad positions, right?
Yeah, and Sanchez has used that strategy to his benefit in the past. Of course, EBI, also Emerald City. But he's quite familiar in all forms, right? Did pretty well at American Nationals, IBJJF. Did pretty well at the trials, both, I believe, West and East Coast trials this year. But Mica, I mean, it's tough when he has something Mica Galvao on top of you, really. Mica wins everything. So it's really a credit to Sanchez for remaining calm and putting up defense, but right now Mica is just doing what he does best.
Mica Galvao is going, his hands, he had a kind of really solid wrist control. We see it again now. We see him, he's looking to pin that arm to the mat. He's got a very deep control of the head. He's got his hands, his left hand all the way around. I think that we may see him go for a mounted triangle from here. This is very reminiscent of a position that he used very effectively at the competition in Sardinia in Italy, the Honor Submission Fighting Challenge. And he used that exact same gripping sequence to set up a mounted triangle. I think that we may have an idea of what he's looking for here. Mounted triangle, I think it is. He's got a very tight control now of the head and the arm on the other side. They're all going for the katakatami style. And
this is starting to look tight. I'm seeing Alan Sanchez start to wince from here.
Hide your neck. You can maybe recover guard using your right arm.
Judges favor red.
Sanchez now really in trouble, starting to see.
There you go, get that.
Oh, but he got that arm on the other side of Mica's head. Again, that cross-facing pressure is absolutely miserable there for him on bottom.
There you go. Nice. Step over, collect it.
Galvao so patient in this position. This mount is really making a comeback. But I love the way that he very calmly and very agilely transitions to the back now. Oh, and punches that right hand in for a rear naked choke. If anything, I feel like Sanchez's back defense is probably going to be better than his mount defense, because we know how many rounds the 10th Planet Black Belts will spend in training these positions for the EBI style competition.
Well, it looks like Mica has trapped an arm there. To your point, definitely something that Sanchez has seen before, but Mica is methodically working his way closer to a choke.
It in. We could see a rear naked choke here. He almost had the forearm under the chin. Sanchez buried his chin into the crook of the elbow, but it's not out of danger. Look at this. We could see a one-arm rear naked choke here.
Oh, Chase. That's getting close.
Oh, that is under the chin. Oh, brilliant view of this. There's going to be a tap here any second. If not, I think there's a tap. There's a tap. Finish our first submission tonight. Mica Galvao, one-armed rear naked choke, gets the submission win.
Go to your corners. Mica, go to your corner.
7 minutes and 25 seconds for the rear naked choke. That was clinical.
Yeah, let's see some of the best moments from that match of Alan Sanchez and Mica Galvao. Mica opened up strong and never let off the gas here. You see the initial exchange there. Sanchez thought briefly at a guillotine, and Mica quickly shut that down and put on the pressure from top. Sanchez had a quick look at some half-guard attacks here, but Mica's passing was on point, on form, and then more crushing top pressure, a theme throughout the whole evening and the year. Mica opts though to drop off to the back, isolate an arm, freeing up the chance to get this one-armed rear naked choke. Mica Galvao continues to impress. Could he be the youngest ADCC champion? So far, things are looking pretty good, Hal.
Yeah, the way that he was able to get the blade of the forearm in underneath the chin. Well, let's hear from our announcer for the official decision.
In 7 minutes and 26 seconds, your winner by submission via rear naked choke, representing Fight Sports, Mica Galvao.
Yeah, a very emphatic win there for Mica Galvao. Well, let's take it over to Kendall Rusing, who can catch up with our winner here, who's number one.
All right, we are here with Mica. Mica, congratulations. What an incredibly dominant match. First and foremost, I just want to say that I don't know if you caught the pre-show, but Trey is rocking the Brazil rash guard. So he is Team Brazil tonight. Can you talk a little bit about what it means to be here with all of you guys getting ready for ADCC, showing up to our North America show here and representing Brazil?
You know, it's a very pleasant feeling to be here tonight. Of course, today it's